Why hello there, Ernesto here. I thank you for joining me today, and I hope this video finds you very, very well. We're doing an unboxing today. I got this one off of Urban EC. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this one. I had some saved up credit and stuff like that from them, so I saw this, and I've seen this model before, but of course this is a exclusive edition. However, I'm not entirely sure, like I said, if I'm going to like this knife. I was kind of interested in it at one point. Let me turn on an extra light here. Is the camera weird? The camera looks weird. Hold on. That's fine. I wasn't necessarily super drawn to this model originally, but I saw an interesting version, so I thought I'd check it out. I don't know if this one's going to be sticking around or not. So, the type of review I do on this... Okay, seriously? You're not taped at all. Hold on. Oh, Lord. The type of review I do may depend on whether it's going to stick around or not. I may not be holding it and using it too hard. So this is the Griffin Scout 3. Holy crap, that's bigger than I thought it was. That's considerably larger than I thought it was. This is 3.5, right? That's got some bulk to it. Holy crap! I thought this was a much smaller knife. It is not. That's a broad blade. I mean, let's compare this to, well, my resident comparison knife, right? The full size, what I consider full size, Civivi Conspirator. That's a bit of a bigger, broader, just heftier knife all around. I mean, the blade is considerably taller. I mean, that's meeting up. Yeah, that's considerably taller. And it just has a lot of mass feel to it. How heavy is this? It looks like it's about a 3.5-inch blade. Actually, it looks a little bit longer than that. Are they lying? I thought this was the 3.5. It is the F3.5 Scout in Magna Cut. Oh, that's 3.5 to the very beginning of the scale there. That feels bigger. The handle has a bigger presence. The blade has a bigger presence. 6.3 ounces. It's like, yeah, that son of a bitch is not joking around. Holy crap. I mean, it's full tie with full tie inlay. But but that thing is not joking around. And weirdly enough, for the size and the mass of it, it doesn't feel like unwieldy at all. It actually feels pretty good. Alright. What's the catch? This feels actually really, really good. Like, it's heavy, but compared to a lot of knives, but it, like I said, it feels very nimble, very balanced. Let's see, where is the bat? Yeah, right there. And for being as heavy as it is, I mean, that's considerably heavier than the average knife that's usually, 3.5 to 4, maybe 4.5 ounces. But it doesn't... It looks huge. It feels huge. Its weight supports that, but it doesn't feel like it's as much of an anchor as it is in the hand, which is very strange. This is a weird one. Okay, I'm liking this immensely more than I thought I was going to. Just out the gate. Oh, that's a thin blade. Oh, that's a pretty good edge on that too. This who did this for them? This feels like it. I don't know. I know they got an X series model that I wanted to check out that was much thinner and sleeker that I liked the look of more, but this thing being as broad as it is, I thought this one looked a little bloated and a little bit stubby in pictures compared to the X series, which was a little sleeker. I mean, it kind of does, but when you get it in hand, it feels so much larger overall that it feels right. It completely feels different than the perception of it that I had in pictures, if that makes any sense. Good sharpening tool and plunge grind. Where's the stop pin? Hidden up underneath the lock face in the closed position, so no problems whatsoever. You can make that bigger. Nice and thin. Like that is surprisingly thin for the size of that blade. They got that thing to come down real thin because that's a decently, reasonably thick blade stock. Let's just double check that. I'm doing basically the review right here, but 156 thousandths, people. Yeah, that's a decent blade stock, right? Approximately 156 thousandths. Yeah, that's thin. Got this blue purple. This one leads a little more on the purple than the blue, I will admit, in person. And then you got the Chaos Sega. Pardon me, I don't usually produce. Apparently, I can't pronounce anything. Segaiha. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. The inlays. Big old clip, but, like, yeah, that was the right move. That's super comfortable. There's no doubt about that. Full thing of extra hardware, lock bar insert, pivot setup, bearings, tracks. Yeah, everything's in there. Even is that an extra stop pin? That's an extra stop pin in there. 2. Actually, that's 2. What is that? Oh no, one's a barrel spacer and one's the stop pin. Okay. Actually, there's a bunch of pins in there. I don't know where they all go to, but that's a decent amount of extra hardware. It's got this that you can sort of choke up onto partially, halfway, and still be comfortable. Actually, I'm pretty happy with that. This position, just this standard position, is really good feeling, but you can even sort of get it yourself up in there if you really need to get close for those moments. Pretty good. When I first saw this little bit sticking out, I thought, hey, if they just raise that a little bit, that could be a flipper tab. And, I mean, it could, but it might stick out too much for it to really be a good position where you can still get some choke up position and still feel good about it. So, they probably made the right decision. Insane action. Hidden lanyard post. Reverse flick aperture. Whoa, it is a little bit subject to lock bar pressure for the thumb flick, but it works. It actually helps make it feel just right, whereas the reverse flick feels good too. Jimping is absolutely not the kind of jimping I love on a front flipper, but it doesn't go over, but it is so high in relation to the pivot. I mean, yeah. You can't really complain at that point. Nice jimping on the lock bar, good access. Seriously, really? I mean, out of the box, this has to have play. There is no play. And it is perfectly centered. I mean, seriously? Did Riot make this for them too? Because this it doesn't quite feel Riot. It feels closer to... I don't know, it could be Riot, but it feels really good. I don't know who he OEM'd for this for them. There's some weight reduction in there, but of course it's got big thick inlays and big thick titanium. I mean, that's some pretty decently thick titanium scales right there. Lock bar cutout is not under the clip. It's actually kind of at a good angle too. It might not be a problem, or it could be a problem. Who knows? A decently deep carry clip for the size of this thing. Okay, I really like this. I was not expecting to really like this. This is cool with this big, huge feeling broad blade, even though it's only 3.5 inches. I can't imagine what it would be if it was like a 3.8 inch blade. That would be crazy. Or just go straight up to 4 inches. That thing would be huge. I'd be like, yeah, I want to see that now. Okay, Griffin Company, if you ever see this, make a 4.0. Yes, this needs to be 4-inch blade. This sucker needs to just be a gigantic pocket sword. At this broad, maybe even a little bit broader. just go all the way with it. Because this is really nice. Really well executed. Amazing action and great fit and finish. And I was completely expecting to be like, it's nice, but it's not my style. Yeah. The perception I had in seeing this thing in pictures does not do it justice. So, consider that. Alright. I'm sorry for keeping you so long, but I'm quite happy with this. I like this a lot more than I thought I was going to like this. Shout out to Griffin Co. They've, I know, got a few designs, fixed blades and the like. And now I'm much more curious to see what they are doing. Because, oh, that's going to hurt my wallet. My wallet's already in pain. Stop doing that. Alright, I'm just going to end things here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you later.